you knew I was going to come here.
The sense that you were participating in life was only ever an illusion.
This is obviously a series that doesn't really reveal its full nature until a little bit in. So knowing that, like, what did it take to convince you to join the project?
No convincing whatsoever. I got the offer and immediately said a resounding yes. To work with Alex, to work on this incredible script, to work on this beautiful character in an ensemble of characters that are so three-dimensionally written.
As soon as I found out that I was playing a tech person, really one of the high-level tech guys, who loved the arts, who believed that you should also be into art as well as science, and that the world is a dangerous place if we have too many scientists in charge who don't love poetry and music and dance and theater, and you know. So when I saw that, I said, I'm in, man. I'm in.
On a series, you'll often get the script a few days before you shoot, and they'll never tell you what happens, and they'll never tell you. Alex wanted all of us to know everything right up front so that we were the storytellers.
And he had already was talking about assembling a group of actors that was just fabulous. It's such a great ensemble to work with everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And that he was going to tell the story the long way, you know? He was going to tell it, thoroughly.
And this is what he knew. He didn't spend all the years I spent in television, right? He spent them writing novels, and this was his world, and it's a wonderful world to be in for an actor, because we got the whole thing, and we discussed the whole thing, and we acted out the whole thing, and we rehearsed the whole thing, and then we did it.
It felt like by the end of this process, we felt like a full company of actors and creators, having collaborated on something really meaningful and beautiful.
If you came for answers, ask me what you don't know. What is devs?
There was a sort of underlying idea to the whole thing, which was that the closer you got to the sort of science heart of the story, the more visually magical it would seem. And so that was the principle. So when you're out and around in San Francisco, it's kind of gritty, and the same world you see as if you walked around the streets of San Francisco. And then as you get to the heart of the place with the most intense sort of scientific aspect, it gets increasingly sort of hallucinogenic and dreamy and magical.
How long have you been working on this? Like, when did you first come up with the idea? What's this whole process been like for you?
Usually what I do is I get interested in some subject, whatever it happens to be. It could be backpacking, or it could be space travel, or some science thing, or whatever. And then I read about it and I think about it, and that process might go on for years. And then at a certain point I think, okay, I sort of got my head around that, and that's the moment a story arrives. So I've sort of been thinking about devs for 20 years or something in some respects, but it took like 2 years from start to finish. So about, I don't know, 2.5 years ago from now, suddenly this story, like a whole story, just occurred to me, and that was it.
Given your you know, that you write novels, did it feel more natural to write to an 8-episode series than a film, or?
I definitely found when I started working TV, that the thing it was most similar to for me was novel writing.
Chapters, essentially.
Yeah, it's chapters. It's also about urgency. Like, film has a lot of urgency and it has a lot of economy sort of baked into it. I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, but a lot of times it is like that. And in a novel, there's like more patience, and I like that. And I mean, I love film as well, but I love that in this, and I like working in television for that reason. I found it very freeing. I found it, on a creative level, very freeing.
We have 2 rules, guys. 1, we don't look forwards, we only look back. 2, we don't invade privacy.
If there were a tech company out there, hopefully a good one, and they could fix maybe any of your problems, what's an issue in your life you would love for a tech company to fix?
Oh, boy. Tech companies.
Wow, well played.
Yeah, unbridled power. How about that?
I don't think a company can fix what's wrong with a life. You know what I mean? I don't see how they could do that.
Tech companies have so much money. I'd wish for tech companies to use the outrageous and exorbitant wealth that they have to fix basic infrastructure. There are obviously philanthropic endeavors that a lot of these companies are undertaking, but I think when you have that much money, you can do more.
Life is just something we watch unfold.
What's inside?
Everything.